process management or process scheduling. So we need to schedule the process in such a way they can share the turn to access the CPU, or they can share the turn to use the resources such as memory or other resources, input and output resources. So I'm going to show you how you can deal with some of the calculation such as algorithms which are used to schedule the process. I know it's quite tricky, but be watchful, don't skip any minute, just follow me as I calculate, right? So let's see how we're going to calculate this one. Just hold on as we share the board here so we can be able to calculate. All right, so let's see how this calculation takes place. The first calculation which you're going to do is to find the average time. During the class, we have seen something called the average time. We have also learned something which is called the arrival time, burst time, and turnaround time. So for your knowledge, we say the arrival time, right? I write this as 80. When I write as 80, it will mean this is arrival time. This is arrival time, okay? And one more thing, when I say BT, when I write BT, this will mean burst time. Burst time. And another abbreviation which we use is the CT. CT, which is completion time. This would be completion time. This is completion time. This will be completion time. Another abbreviation which I will use, I will use one more abbreviation which is known as TAT. TAT stands for turnaround time. Sorry, this is turnaround time. This would be turnaround time. What is a turnaround time? Turnaround time is a total time from arrival to completion time. This one is known as this is total time a process can take, total time process takes, right? Total time process takes from arrival, from the time it arrives in the ready queue, from 80 arrival time to the completion of the process, right? To the completion time, to CT, right? Total time a CPU takes, not a CPU, total time a process takes. We take here, I underline this one, is a total time one process takes from arrival time to the completion of the time. What is the completion time? The completion time here, which we have here, the completion time is the time at which the process has been terminated. So here is time. This is a time. This is known as a time. This is a time process has been. This is a process has been terminated, right? That has been terminated. That's called completion time. Burst time, you know it, a time given for a process to complete. Arrival time is a time a process arrives at ready queue. Now let's see the algorithm which we use. We are going to use one algorithm. We are going to use one algorithm which is known as fast come, fast serve. What is this? This is fast come, fast come, fast serve. Fast come, fast serve. I'll give you an example of fast come, fast serve. Take an example. Let's take an example. You are standing here. We have like a people who are standing on a queue, right? They are standing on a queue. Let's take an example. The queue which is here for the people which they are following here means this was the first person to come, second person, a person to come. So these people, let's say these people, they want to board in the bus. Let's say they want to go inside the bus. Okay, they want to go inside the bus. Let's look here. They want to go, or they want to board inside the bus. So the one who comes first, take an example, this is a bus. The one who comes first will enter the bus, correct? Will enter the bus. And as you come, you enter. As you come, you enter. So means first come, first served. Means what? The process which comes first will enter into running state. You cannot stop it. It will come from ready state to running state. So it will come from here. Here we have ready state. And it will go straight to the running state. Okay, running state. That is called fast come, fast serve. Let's say we have a processes which are coming. One is coming here, another one is coming, another process is coming. Take an example, this as a process, right? Let's say this is a process one. Take an example. This as, let's say this is a process one. This is process two. This is process three. Let's say this process came at 0 second. 0 second, that is two, it's already in a ready state. Let's say this is come as 1 second, millisecond, second, third milliseconds. So these which came fast, the one which came fast will go into running state. Like that, they will take a turn. So we are going to look how can we calculate all these things. Next. Now here, let's say we have those three states which I gave you. Take an example. Here we have process ID. Take an example. Here we have a process ID. We have process ID. And here we have AT, arrival time. We have burst time. Here we have a P1, process 1, P2, and P3. We have a three processes, right? We have a three processes. Each process has arrival time and has the burst time. This process arrival time, let's say it arrive at 0 second, 1, 2 millisecond. Burst time, time given for process 1 to complete, let's say was 5 millisecond. This was a given 3. This was a given 8 milliseconds to complete the execution. Now we want to find, now the question here, find completion time, find turn around time, find waiting time. I forgot to mention the waiting time. It's a time a process waits in order to be served, in order to to be executed. That's called waiting time. So formula is here. You can write the formula here. Completion time, that will be the first to calculate. We use Gantt chart. Gantt chart is used to help us to know the time the process arrived and the time the process completed. So I will show you that one in a minute. And we calculate turnaround time. So turnaround time is calculated by taking completion time minus arrival time. And waiting time is calculated by taking turnaround time here, turnaround time minus burst time. Okay, burst time. So we're going to use this formula here to do the following. So number one, we are going to here we cannot write here. You cannot write that this is equal, right? It's not equal. Completion time, we need the following. We need the Gantt chart to complete it. So we cannot write, we cannot write like this way. We cannot write like this way. Just to explain to you that we need a Gantt chart. So what is the Gantt chart? Gantt chart is very useful in monitoring the time, or in scheduling, or for example, you have a project, you can use a Gantt chart to check or to give the time every task need to be completed. For example, task 1 will be completed in 1 week. Let's say you are designing a software, you are creating a software, doing a project. You say the first week I want to complete, let's say, the interface, how it looks like that way. Or you can take an example of reading a book. You say, let's say first 2 hours, I'm going to study this course. Second 2 hours, I'll study. So that you can do in a Gantt chart way. So let's solve this. So first, I'm going to create a Gantt chart. Okay, I'm going to solve it by using the Gantt chart. Gantt chart is built in this way. We have to align all the process in the following order. We align all the process in the following order. Okay, so take an example. This is a Gantt chart. I'm going to put all this process here, right? So the first one which we have here, it mentions the arrival time, right? This is what? This is arrival time. I'm going to use a different pen so you can see it. The arrival time for process 1 was 0, right? So here I write 0 arrival time because process 1 came at 0 millisecond, sorry. So this is P1. Okay, and it was given 5 seconds to complete the execution. So here it starts from 0 and it ends to 5. 5. Right? Now, when it completes 5 milliseconds, process 2 has to start. And the process 2 was given a 3 millisecond, which means what? Now, process 2 will need the completion time of process 1, go slow, completion time of process 1 plus the burst time, which will be 8. Correct? Third, now process 3. Process 3 will start when process 2 finished, or when process 2 expires, right? When process 2 finished its own time, which means process 3 will be equal to the completion time will be equal to completion time of process 2 plus burst time of process 3, which will be equal to 16. Let's say I'm going to put here will be equal to 16. 8 plus 8, 16. Now we define here. Now here we can add extra table which we created. Once you calculate the completion time, then it is done. This is known, this is completion time. Completion time for process 1 is from here to here, means 5. Completion time of process 2 is from here, from 5 to 8. It's 8. Completion time of process 3 is from here, right? From 8 to 16. So it's 16. Here is a hint. Here is a hint. Now completion time will be equal to, you look here, will be equal to, for example, I make here, let's say, I'm sorry, I write here, just for you to learn, this is equal to 16, just for you to see what we're doing here. Let's say completion time of process 1. I will call it completion time 1 for process 1, right? Is equal to arrival time 1, which means arrival time process 1 plus burst time 1. I gave a notation as 1, 1 to make you understand. This is for process 1. This is for what? This is for process 1 or P1. For P2, you change the number here and do the same. For P2 will be, completion time 2 for process 2 will be equal to completion time 1 plus burst time 2. This is a secret. This is a secret you never see anywhere, right? Remember, all this is for what? Fast come, fast serve algorithm, right? Fast sum algorithm. So we are calculating like this way. If you don't understand, please reach out to me. You can text, you can put in a comment, you can reach me anywhere, anytime you want, okay? So this is what you have to do. This is completion time. Now, turnaround time, remember the formula? Turnaround time is equal to what? Turnaround time is equal to completion time minus arrival time. Okay, so allow me to erase here. Let me erase this part here. Hopefully you have written down the following. Okay. If you have any question or any doubt, please don't hesitate to reach me. And even if you like, if you get the idea, if you get, if you learn something, you can even like it. You can like the video. You can like the video. So here. Okay, so this is the completion time. I noticed that this is not properly written. Let me write proper. The following. So this is gonna be completion time, and this is gonna be turnaround time. This is gonna be turnaround time. So turnaround time. So turnaround time, completion time, it is 5 minus arrival time. So it's gonna be 5. 8 minus 1, 7. 16 minus 2, what is the value? Is 14. All right, 14. Now you find, waiting time for this process. Waiting time for this process is equal to waiting time, turnaround time, minus burst time. Remember burst time? Time a process is given to complete, okay, to complete or to finish the execution. So it's given here, we have a turnaround time is a 5, bus time is a 0. So here is a 0. 7 minus 3 is 4. 14 minus 8, what is the value? 14 minus 8 is 6. Now you calculate average. All right, average turnaround time is equal to what? Is equal to summation, or is equal to, this is equal to sum of turnaround time divide Tn. T stands for process, N stands for numbers. Okay, for example, here we have 3 processes, right? For example, here Pn, I may mention here Pn, I may say is a P1, comma, P2, comma, P3, comma. You can have any number of them. So how many number do we have here? We have 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 processes. So average time. So the average time we take turnaround time minus Pn, which will be equal to 3, divide the one which we calculated. Look here, we take 5, 7, 14, right? 5, 7, 14. Summation of 5 plus 7 plus 14. So you find the answer and tell me. That is going to be known as a average, turn around time. Now you calculate another variable, average waiting time. Same is equal to summation of waiting time divide Pn. Pn is 3. We have only 3 processes. We need your answer in the comment section. So we have 046, right? 046. We have 0 plus 4 plus 6, right? 0 plus 4 or 6, you give the answer. What is the answer for this? This would be 10 divide 3. This would be 21. It's going to be 27, right? 27. So 27 divided 3 is equal to 3. Here is equal to 3.333 milliseconds. So this is the answer. So average waiting time is this. Average turnaround time is this. And we have also calculated the following. Thank you. If you have any question or doubt, don't hesitate to ask me.